Okay, good morning. My name is Sergeant Carly Hose. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Before we get started, I do have a couple of housekeeping items. We are live streaming, so any noise within the gallery is going to be heard by the viewers out that are listening to the live stream, so try to keep that to a minimum, please. Today's speaking order is going to be, I'm going to give a brief synopsis of what happened last night, and then Sheriff Brian Albert is going to come up and speak and give you updated information. Sheriff Albert's last name is spelled A-L-B-E-R-T. The sheriff will be taking limited questions once he's concluded his statement, but keep in mind, this is an ongoing investigation. Last evening at approximately 8 p.m., deputies from the Washington County Sheriff's Office and other agencies responded to the 19,100 block of Old Waterford Road in Hagerstown, Maryland for a reported shooting. The victim was an adult male who was located in the driveway of the residence. The victim was suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. He was transported to Meredith Medical Center, where he later succumbed to his injuries. The victim was identified as Washington County, Maryland Circuit Court Judge Andrew Wilkinson, 52 of Hagerstown. I'm going to turn this over to Sheriff Albert now.
Thank you, Carla. First and foremost, I wanted to thank all the support we have here in the courtroom or in the commissioner's room. The agencies that are behind us, State's Attorney's Office, Hagerstown Police Department, and the Maryland State Police were instrumental in the investigation that's ongoing. Just a few things I want to go over. This was a targeted attack on Judge Wilkinson. We've identified Pedro Argote, 49 of Frederick, Maryland, as a suspect in this case. Argote is not in custody and is considered armed and dangerous. If anyone has information on Argote's location, we ask that they immediately contact local law enforcement. The suspect is known to drive a 2009 silver Mercedes SUV GL 450 model, displaying Maryland registration 4 Echo Hilo 0408. The Washington County Sheriff's Office, along with local, state, and federal and allied partners, are actively working to apprehend Argote. During this most difficult time, we ask that you keep Judge Wilkinson's family, friends, and colleagues in your thoughts. The court is open for business today, and this investigation is preliminary stages with the Sheriff's Office and our law enforcement partners continue to gather information for proper charging and conviction in this matter. So I'll take a few questions. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, was anyone at home at the time when the judge was shot?
Yes, he was in his driveway. His wife and son were at home. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, over here. We were hearing that Judge Wilkinson was presiding over a divorce hearing with Argote. Can you confirm that?
There was a proceeding earlier in the day, a divorce hearing that Argote was not in attendance of that though, at the court. That was earlier in the day. I'm not sure of the time. Was there one over here? Yes, sir.
Do you know what kind of gun it was that was used?
We're not releasing that at this time.
Sheriff, you mentioned that he was presiding over a court hearing. Was this suspect connected to that hearing?
Oh, yes, but he did not show up in.
He wasn't there. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you confirm if at the hearing the judge gave custody to the woman in that hearing? Custody of the kids?
Yes, that did happen.
Okay. And what's been done to protect other judges in the county today?
Last night initially, in the preliminary investigation, we had no idea the information was coming in. So we placed officers and troopers at the local judges here in the county at their residence, just as a precaution initially, and they stayed there through the night till this morning. But we don't feel that there's any threat currently to other judges in the county or the state.
Are you able to tell us how Argote was determined to be the suspect in the case?
Not at this time.
Sorry, Sheriff, just to be clear, so you're saying that you believe that the judge was targeted because earlier in the day, custody was given to the suspect's partner?
That is correct.
Can you just further clarify who's involved with the investigation? Do you have any leads on where he may be or just, yeah, so who all is involved and do
Okay.
you have any indication where he could be?
So we're working, the Sheriff's Department's the lead investigation, Maryland State Police is assisting, Hagerstown City's assisting, the marshals are assisting with us. Other federal agencies have reached out and offered their assistance. At this time, we're just trying to control the number of people involved with it. But, you know, federal, state, and local are all involved in this investigation.
Does he have a record, the suspect?
Not in this county. We have responded to the residents for verbal domestic assaults 2 times within the last few years. But no criminal record that we're aware of.
Do you know if his gun was legally purchased?
Yes, he was legally owned a handgun. Yes, ma'am.
And did the judge have any prior threats against him?
Not to our knowledge, but that hasn't, if it was, we haven't uncovered that in the investigation yet, so. Last question.
Can you just talk to the mindset of the local law enforcement community right now in town?
Well, we're a small community here, close knit, so we pull together when something like this happens. So, you know, it was a concerted effort last night. We had more resources than we needed, but that's always a good thing. So, you know, all the local law enforcement came out. The troop, Colonel Butler from the Maryland State Police called me and said, if you need extra troopers to cover your calls, we will. Hagerstown City Police was on scene and helping with the investigation. The federal agencies were reaching out. So it was a concerted effort and you know, it's something that happens in these communities when a tragedy like this takes place.
Are his wife and children
Thank you
under
all so
protection
much
right
for
now?
coming out today. As more information becomes available and we're able to, releases will be sent out. So thank you. That concludes today's press conference.